if you're the one that is leading in your dating or your relationship, you're the one that's suggesting dates, you're the one that's planning what you do together, you're the one that's buying him little gifts that you think he might like, and it all feels awful, then that would suggest that you are in your masculine energy and you instinctively want to be in your feminine energy. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry. Most of us women have lost touch with our feminine energy. And if it feels awful doing all of that for a man, it's because what we want is a masculine energy man to complement our feminine energy. So masculine energy is all about doing, thinking, planning, suggesting. It's about everything that goes on in our heads. Think about it, everything above our neck is all masculine energy. Whereas feminine energy is entirely the opposite. Feminine energy is being, it's emotions, it's instinct, it's gut. And masculine energy and feminine energy really complement each other. It's like the yin and yang, that sit so well together. Opposites, just making that perfect whole. And masculine energy is a very giving energy, whereas feminine energy is a lovely receiving energy. Nothing that masculine energy likes better than giving and having what they've done appreciated, having it received. And whereas for feminine energy, there's nothing nicer than receiving. So this can explain why maybe all the stuff you're doing in your dating or in your relationship feels awful to you. It's because your masculine energy is not instinctively where you want to be, because otherwise it would feel fantastic. And for a masculine energy guy, that does feel fantastic. He gives just to see the pleasure of giving. He doesn't give because he wants you to give something back. And for us to be able to be in that feminine energy, what we have to do is stop. And that's where it can start to feel a bit counterintuitive, because we have been, programmed to be our masculine energy. And that's because we need to get things done. Our working life is predominantly at the moment very masculine. Most organisations run from masculine energy. There's more and more of feminine energy coming into the workplace, which is fantastic, and that's for another video. But masculine energy is, we have masculine and feminine energy in all of us. Just like, in that yin and yang whole, it's how we're made up of that doing energy and that feeling energy. Because we need the doing energy. We need the doing energy to get us up, to get us to work, to get the kids ready, to plan what's happening with the kids. It's all that stuff is masculine energy, and we need that. But we also need that juicy, sensual, emotion-led, gut instinct, feminine energy. Now, just like it's feminine and masculine energy is in all of us, when you think about the relationship, the thing that you have between you and him, masculine and feminine sits beautifully together in that. So where you've got equal masculine and feminine energy going on, it's going to work beautifully. When we've got two masculine energy people in a relationship, both trying to plan and suggest and drive things forward, you're going to get conflict. It's going to become competitive. And likewise, if you've got two feminine energies in a relationship, talking about their feelings and, but nothing's getting done, then it's going to become very frustrating as well. So it's great when you've got that balance. Same-sex relationships, it's the same. It's not gender-specific masculine and feminine energy. In a same-sex couple, that masculine and feminine energy works so beautifully together. It's thinking, who in the relationship really wants to be the pursuer. and who wants to be pursued, who loves giving and who loves receiving. It's considering it like that. But having said it's not gender specific, what I notice is that for many, many women, they want the man to take that masculine energy role in that heterosexual relationship. Not for everyone, but for a lot, for an enormous amount of women, that's the case. And for the men too. And a lot of men talk about feeling in competition with women. When the woman takes that masculine energy role, even if she doesn't want to, it can feel like competition for a man, because he instinctively wants to be that planner and the doer and the one that suggests things and kind of takes that lead. But when a woman's doing it, he's not going to fight her for it, and that can make him feel really frustrated and kind of unsure of his place, really. So it's about coming back to that idea of stop him. If what you want is your man to do the leading, then you need to stop being in your masculine energy, and you need to create space so that he can step into that space. So it's about, physically leaning back. It's about catching yourself when you're about to suggest something, advise something, do something, plan something, and lean back and trust that he will step into that space. And if he's a masculine energy man, he absolutely will, and he will love it. So how do we be in our feminine energy? What do we do instead of all that doing? And this is when it can feel uncomfortable and a bit counterintuitive. We're so used to being in our masculine energy and being in control that it can be really hard to let go of control. And the important thing is to consider that as a feminine energy woman, you are in charge. You are in charge of yourself. You're in charge of what you want, what you don't want. You're in charge of where you want your relationship to go. It's a very empowering, it's a very strong energy. There's nothing submissive about feminine energy. There's nothing weak or doormatty about feminine energy. It's very, very strong. But how it expresses where it wants this relationship to go, how feminine energy expresses what it wants, is done in a soft, open, inviting way. But there's incredible strength to it.